This meeting of the City of Eureka Springs City Council will come to order. Ms. Clerk, would you establish a quorum, please?
Ken Pelnall. Dean Kirkpatrick.
Here.
James DeVito.
Here.
Butch Berry.
Present.
Parker Raphael.
Here.
Laney Balance.
Here.
We have 5.
Okay. 5, and Mr. Pownell is still out of town. All right, everybody stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Okay. Next on the agenda is approval of the agenda.
Move to approve.
Motion to discuss. Made and seconded. Is there a second?
Second.
Okay. All right. Discussion's open. Ms. Balance.
Got a few things I'd like to postpone. Of course, number 7 and number 8, postpone until.
Right.
Some new information has come up regarding number 9 under unfinished business, and I would appreciate some more time to do some research on that issue. So if we might please postpone that until next meeting.
Mr. Vito.
We have a number of people in the hallway to speak on this issue, so I don't know that it's fair to them that we postpone it.
Okay.
You know,
We've got a
we've
motion.
had adequate time to get all the information in.
They certainly could speak it during public comments. But as I said, some new information has come up, and I've not had. It's just been quite recently. I've not had enough time to research it yet, and I would like to have the facts before I do a lot of discussion about that.
Okay, motion to postpone. Is there a second?
Second.
Made and seconded. Any further discussion? We need a roll call since we're going to wind up with one short no matter what we do.
Well, what wouldn't hurt?
Okay, let's do a roll call on it.
Dean Kirkpatrick.
Yes.
Mr. DeVito.
No.
Mr. Berry.
No.
Mr. Raphael.
Yes.
Ms. Balance.
Yes.
3 yeses, 2 nos.
Okay. I'm interested in also postponing number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6 under new business.
Can we take those one at a time?
Certainly. I would move to postpone number 1 under new business indefinitely.
Okay, we'll do them one at a time. Motion to postpone Ray Dawson's carriage under new business. Is there a second?
Sorry, was it new business or old business?
Well, I thought we were still under old, but she jumped to new, so. Okay, are we finished with unfinished business on top? Number 1 and 2 are still open. We voted on number 9, number 10 is still open. Is that your understanding? Ms. Clerk?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Now we'll go to new business. All right. Ms. Balance made a motion to postpone number 1, Ray Dawson's carriages,
Indefinitely.
indefinitely. Is there a second?
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Any further discussion? Okay, we'll take a roll call on that one too. Y'all need to understand Mr. Dotson did come over here today, so he's standing in the room.
Dr. Kirkpatrick.
Yes.
Mr. DeVito.
No.
Mr. Berry. Mr. Raphael.
Yes.
Ms. Balance.
Yes.
3 yeses, 2 nos.
Okay. I would move to postpone number 3.
Okay, so Mr. Dodson, you voted not to do anything with him indefinitely.
No.
Correct?
You got, not unless you're giving them the fourth vote. It takes 4 votes to pass.
Well, I can't vote then because I'm going to vote no.
Okay.
I put him on there. I'm not certainly going to vote against him.
So he's still on.
Okay.
Number 2 and 3 under new business. Mr. Ponnell is our point man on those two, and so I would like to postpone those until our next meeting.
Okay, let's do them one at a time. Motion to postpone number 2, discussion of the hospital commission hospital. Is there a second?
Second.
Made and seconded. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? It's postponed until next meeting.
Yes. Same with number 3. Mr. Ponnell is our point man. He is not here. I'd like to postpone that
Okay.
until next meeting, please.
Motion to postpone number 3, list of surety bonds recorded by city officials. Is there a second?
Second.
Made and seconded. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Next meeting.
I would like to postpone number 4 under new business until next meeting. I'm still gathering information.
Motion to postpone number 4, discussion of forensic audit.
Second.
Is there a second? Made and seconded. All in favor say aye.
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 Motion carried.
I'd like to postpone discussion of number 6 under new business until next meeting. Again, I'm still gathering information.
Motion to postpone number 6, discussion of the tree cut moratorium. Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, who?
James?
Okay, James got in first. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, postpone next meeting.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Any further?
I'd
Doc?
like to just cancel number 7. Take it off the table.
Council number 7? Okay, we don't need a... Yeah, I guess we have a motion to cancel number 7.
Second.
Made and seconded. All in favor say aye.
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 All right, stricken. Number 8 still in? Okay, my understanding is number 1 is still open, number 2 is still open, number 3 is still open. Nope, I'm sorry, my bad. I didn't PP on here. Number 5 is still open.
Would you start over again?
Are you
Okay.
on new business?
This
Yes.
is under new business.
Okay, new business. Number 1 is still on. 2 is postponed. 3 is postponed. 4 is postponed. 5 is still open. 6 is postponed. 7 is out. And 8 is still on the agenda.
That's
Okay?
what I have.
So 1, 5, and 8 are open under new business. Okay.
8. Okay, it will be postponed since it was postponed until today or until a new finance director is hired. And we don't have a new finance director, so.
No, number 8
We're
under
done
new.
here.
New business.
Oh,
business.
I'm sorry, I got
Okay.
confused.
Yeah. I knew number 8 was on top. Okay. Any further comments, questions? Okay. Motion to approve the agenda is amended.
Motion approved.
Second.
Made and seconded. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Agenda is approved. Next to be approval of the minutes for September the 1st, 2011. Motion to discuss.
Move to discuss.
Second.
Second.
Made and seconded. Discussion's open. Any comments? If not, we'll approve it and move on. Okay. Motion to approve the minutes of September the 1st.
Motion to approve.
Is there a second?
Second.
Made and seconded. All in favor say aye.
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 Any opposed? Minutes are approved for September the 1st, 2011. Okay. Next is Commission Committee Authority Reports and Vacancies. There's nobody here from planning unless they're outside, but I haven't seen anyone. To let you know, you should have a copy of Susan Chamberlain's resignation. So we do have an open position on there. It has some applicants. I'm considering those, but I'm not going to put any names forward tonight. Okay. And once we find out if anybody's here or not, we'll move on. you have the sign-up sheet for the, yeah, public comments. Okay, next on the list is CAPC. I don't think we have anybody here from CAPC. So I'll move on to hospital. I don't have any hospital reports, no. There's not a rep here. Under parks, position number 5, you're supposed to vote on Ms. Jan Grinnell's nomination today. Thank you. Motion to discuss.
Move to discuss.
Second.
Second.
Made and seconded. Discussion's open. Or you can go ahead and vote on it, whichever you prefer.
Well, I'd go ahead and make a motion we approve Jan Grinnell for position 5 on Parks.
Second.
Made and seconded to approve Ms. Grinnell's nomination. Any discussion? Okay. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
No.
No.
Okay. Roll call.
Mr. Raphael?
No.
Dr. Kirkpatrick?
No.
Ms. Balance?
No.
Mr. DeVito?
Yes.
Mr. Berry?
Yes.
Yes.
2. So now it's
3-3.
3-3.
Which means she's
Have-
not on.
Yes, sir.
I heard a yes vote from Mr. Raphael, and I wanted to be clear as to what the vote was.
No.
Okay. You originally voted yes.
Yes, I changed my mind.
Okay.
Point of order, while we're right here. Excuse me just a second.
Okay, it's a 3-3. That means the motion failed. Ms. Mallon's got a point of order. State your point of
Point
order,
of order
please.
while we're talking about this. A question I had. When we look at chapter 12.04 and we look at 12.0402, membership, this is for Parks Commission, it says Parks and Recreation Commissioners shall be nominated by the mayor and confirmed by a majority vote of the duly elected or appointed and qualified members of the city council. So in a case like that, my interpretation would be that the mayor nominates and the city council votes. So in this case, I wouldn't think that the mayor would have a vote. He is not a duly elected or appointed and qualified member of the city council.
I would want to see the original ordinance that this is taken from, because I suspect this language leaves part of that out, but it may not. And given that, it would be an issue, but it's not an issue because the vote fails anyway.
But I thought it was a good time to ask.
But I
questions so that
will
in the
take a
future
look at
we'll
that
know.
because I suspect that language may not be exactly what the ordinance says, and the ordinance controls, not the code book. But it may be that is, and if it is, then that would control.
Thank you. I'll look forward to hearing your answer on that.
Bruce, you got some stuff? Mr. Lean, Parks Director, is here?
So she on the rock.
Not.
Yes.
So is Jan Grinnell, did she have voted on Parks or not?
No.
Good.
I
It was
have
3
another question
3-3.
along the same line with Ms. Balance. Assuming that the vote was 3-3 and it was a tie vote.
If this language is the actual language from the ordinance that is quoted in our code book, it would appear that this is one instance where the mayor would not be able to break a tie. But I want to look at it before I tell you that that's for sure, because that doesn't ring true to most votes at all. Most votes the mayor can break.
True. But I've noticed in most of the enabling ordinances that for new commissioners, the mayor nominates and the city council approves. So I would really appreciate it.
I'll take a look at it.
All right, great. Thank you.
Mr. Levine, come on up here.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. I passed out a packet, and this packet is the, I came here about a month ago and told you about a grant opportunity that we had. We were solicited by the Arkansas Parks and Tourism, who is administering a grant from the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission. The main purpose that I believe our Parks Trails Committee wants to see in this grant and is provided for in the grant is to do some maintenance on our trails out at Lake Leatherwood, plus allow for us to have a fully ADA compliant bird blind, of which we have a compliant bird blind except for access, as in parking. So the first part of this grant is going to address parking needs for our existing bird blind. The second part is to build, and if you'll flip the page to the map, on the map page you'll see that we want to put in a 70-foot pedestrian bridge. And in the spring, West Leatherwood Creek floods and takes out the bridges that we have built there in the past, which have just been kind of makeshift, and generally makes it impassable for 2 months of the year, so you can't make the whole loop around the Beecham Trail. 3, we'd like to put in another bird blind that affords the opportunity for birders to see the upland bird species, or the deep water birds. And then we're looking for trail improvements to make some of the trails less steep, and then finally we want to put another wildlife observation pier out on the northeast part of the lake. And all of these improvements, as of right now, total a little over $100,000, and there is no match to this grant. If Parks wishes to, we can put some money into it, but that's for the Parks Commission to decide. And this is merely a draft, and all I'm asking for tonight is for everyone just to take a look at this. And we will need to get a resolution at the next meeting, the first meeting of next month. So this will give you an opportunity. You're more than welcome to call me, ask questions. I'll go out and walk with you out there. It's great weather for walking, and you can see how this grant will greatly improve what we have out there at Lake Leatherwood, home of 199 different species of birds that have been sighted out there, which is extremely unusual for one particular area. And Leatherwood itself is, as we all know, is a gem, and it's a very unusual area for bird and other wildlife. And we also have on the front cover, in the bottom, you'll see the picture of the mountain boomer, or the eastern collared lizard, and that is a not terribly rare, but rare enough in this part of the state, and it's found in our stone quarry, and that's where its favorite habitat is. The middle picture on the front page is a dock that will mate, if you will, with our handicap dock that we had just applied for and will be putting in here in the next month or two. So this will allow somebody who is impaired, uncomfortable with getting in boats. I know I got out of a kayak the other day, and it ain't easy these days at my age. I don't know how everybody else is. You all might be spry and limber, but it's tough. These things afford you the easy opportunity to get out, and this will be another observation platform that'll be near the home of the eastern collared lizard. So that's it in a nutshell. Yes, sir.
Which, if nobody's ever seen an eastern collared lizard before, when they run, they get up on their hind legs like a little Tyrannosaurus Rex and run. It's really a delightful scene, and I hope everybody has a chance to see one.
Are there any questions?
Anybody? Okay. We'll move
Thank
on.
you.
Thank you, sir. Okay, next on the list is HDC. I believe we have an expired position, but I think the gentleman's going to reapply, and that would be Mr. Yeah, Doug Brittling. So nothing from those. Cemetery, is anybody out front in the cemetery? Is there anybody out front at all? Okay, all right. Yellow Bag Research Committee. Ms. Balance.
I believe we're waiting to hear back from...
Yes, ma'am, you are.
Yes.
Okay. I went to a meeting at Carroll County Solid Waste, I believe it was on Monday or Tuesday. Spoke with Phil Jackson. He stated that his understanding of the contract is that all residences will use the yellow bags. A business like a bed and breakfast can use one bag. Anything after one bag has to be a normal bag or a dumpster. And all the businesses, not a bed and breakfast, is not supposed to use the yellow bags. They're just supposed to use boxes, containers, regular bags, and dumpsters. He said, I'm just telling you what he said. If you have any questions, he'll be more than glad to sit down with anybody and go through it, because we were kind of rushed for time at the meeting. So he offered the invitation to come out and sit down with him and talk, should you feel necessary. Okay?
And what's the gentleman's name?
Phil Jackson.
Phil Jackson. And where can we contact him?
At the recycling down behind Public Works.
Okay.
If he's not there, April will be glad to help his secretary.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
You bet. Next is department heads. You should have some of the written reports in your files. They're in your boxes. Do you have a department head? Anything you want to talk about on yours? Okay. Okay. Next, we're open to public comments. First on the list is Bob Howell, and I hope I said that right, 285 Spring Street. Oh, I see. 285 proposed multifamily. That may be what he wants to discuss. I don't know that that's him. Oh, okay. It is him. Hey, Bob. How are you?
You said it right.
Okay, good.
I think.
Thank you.
As well as I can hear anymore. Hey, my name's Bob Howell. I own a property at 285 Spring Street. It's been undergoing major renovations since October last year when we bought it. Planning has made a recommendation to the council that it be placed on the list of properties to be considered legally non-conforming. I have some opposition from neighbors. Hope you all got a chance to read over a letter that was sent to council members by Charles Ragsdale. He owns the Rosalie right across the street from my property. And I just wanted to come and respond to him, or to his letter in front of you all, and ask that my property remain on the list to be considered for legally non-conforming multifamily in the R1 district. Mr. Ragsdale goes on at length in his email to you about some sort of CUP for 285 Spring Street. 285 has never had a CUP. It's been run as a multifamily dwelling since at least 1991 and probably before that. Any argument that's being brought up about getting the CUP or getting the CUP back really doesn't apply to the ordinance that you're considering on legally non-conforming multifamily dwellings in the R1 district. God, that's a mouthful. What planning is asking you to do is to consider my property along with several other properties that have existed in the R1 district as multifamily apartments, and according to the definition of multifamily, that's anything over 2. So I have a multifamily, but it's 3 apartments. some people down the street have a multifamily, and I believe they have 7 apartments there, but a multifamily is anything over 2 apartments. I believe the question should be, what was the existing use of this property owner prior to January 1st, 2011, as you're looking at your ordinance? And it was multifamily. It was multifamily then. I bought it as a multifamily. It's been restored at great expense as a multifamily dwelling. If you look in my HDC file, previous owner, Ed Novak, requested a CUP for 285 Spring to turn it into a bed and breakfast. That was in 1991. He listed, at that time, the property was being used as a multifamily dwelling. So there you go back, what is that, 20 years now?
Bob, I'm going to have to cut you off 3 minutes or so.
Oh, God. Okay. That's about it.
Okay, thank you very much.
What are you telling me? I had 3 minutes.
Yeah, everybody gets 3 minutes for the public comments.
I'm going all night.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. I think that was mainly my point.
Okay. Joe Ziegman? Joe? How are you, sir? Go ahead and introduce yourself. And give your name.
Thank you.
Nope.
Hello? Can you hear me? I can't hear anything. Okay. My name is Joe Zickman. I'm a property owner also in Eureka Springs. I possess 95 Spring Street. I've lived here 16 years. It was brought to my attention that you all were going to have a workshop this past Monday. I was hoping to attend. It was canceled. However, I had an opportunity to review the agenda items to discuss, and there were like 54 items. And I would just request this council, if you're going to do something like that, where it's so extensive, it might be appropriate to notify the community in the paper in advance so that they can participate, because it sounds like a lot of stuff. But 3 of them I'd like to bring to your attention as, in my opinion, for lack of a better term, foolish. First was to discuss converting to a city of second class. Quite honestly, that's a bad idea. Your interest costs are going to increase on bonds because you're a more risky community. Insurance premiums are going to go up for everybody. Grant funding from state and local government, state and federal governments are going to diminish, and the perceived risk is increased, especially to the business community. City clerk getting a budget. I don't know what the city clerk buys to require a budget. It doesn't seem like much. So I'm not sure why you would want to do that and waste more time. Robert's Rule of Order was on there to get a more understandable version. I would just ask the council, please read the book. If you don't understand it, ask questions, but it's in the book. This type of agenda would be better served in the form of a town meeting. If you have that many items, let's all meet at the auditorium. Part of that discussion was having a use for the auditorium. Well, here's a good use too. Get the community together, talk about things we need to do. One thing I'll have to agree that I should be on there, 2 of them, was changing the form of city government and sewering the west part of town. Unfortunately, it seems this council and past councils I've observed, they behave in a reactionary type manner. And I think it would behoove everyone if we would try to plan for activity. But, you know, sometimes I don't even know if that would work, because